Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Oblivion. Where last time, it appears the apocalypse started, because the Prince of Madness is gone, and yes, unfortunately, we didn't complete the rituals in time, so that's kinda bad. But fortunately, there might still be a solution. And that solution is Haskell, because he might know how to complete the ritual, though, yes. I do also owe this guy a bit of an apology. I did kind of accuse him of being the Prince of Order. Turns out he wasn't, he was just a fairly coherent, sane person who lives inside the Isles of Madness, so, honestly I feel like I was justified in being a bit suspicious.
He is gone, but hope is not lost. We have a rare opportunity here, but I hesitate to do what must be done. If the Throne of Madness remains empty when Jiggalag storms the palace, he will prevail. But there is a chance that the throne may not be empty.
And here we go, Sheogorath's plan. Transfer his power to me, so I am, by proxy, the Prince of Madness, though I'm gonna be honest, Haskell. I'm mainly interested in your stake in this. Like, why are you here? Who are you?
My duty now is to the realm. By serving you, I serve Lord Sheogorath. The only way to protect the realm from the Grey March is to place you in the Throne of Madness.
Okay, so he's not opening up to us yet, but seriously. There's something weird going on with this guy, like even more so than most people in the Madness Isles. There's a weird backstory here, and I want to find out what it is. So, okay, how do we do said thing when I'm not a Daedric prince?
True, but perhaps you can hold the throne, provided that you possess the proper symbol of office, namely the Staff of Sheogorath.
And here we go. The ritual we began but didn't complete, something to do with the staff.
Unfortunately, when Sheogorath faded, the power of the staff faded with him. It must now be remade. The staff is the symbol of power in this realm. He who rightfully holds the staff may hold the throne of the Shivering Isles. However, the secrets of its construction are lost.
Oh, hang on. No. I know the answer to this. This place is on a loop. Over and over and over again. In one of the previous loops, somebody must have tried to do this before.
That which is lost can be found again. There is one being in the Shivering Isles who may be able to assist you in the construction of a new staff. The ruins of Knife Point Hollow once served as a great library. There you will find a door. Behind that door you will find the answer you seek. Although I hesitate to guide you towards this path, the secrets of the past will surely aid Jiggalag, but I fear that we have no other choice. Be mindful of what you find there. The library is a thing of order, and it will still serve that end. Take this crystal. It contains the power to open the sealed door. Inside, you will find the final remnants of the library.
Okay, so an ancient library of order right here in the Shivering Isles, which is weird but okay, and I'm guessing, yes, it's going to be, well, I was about to say, I'm guessing it's going to be all weird, but no, it's going to be the opposite. It's going to be very boring and well organised.
Follow the setting sun to the border of Mania. Climb the cliff there to the top. At the peak, you will find Knife Point Hollow.
And there she is in the hills nearby to Split, so, okay, we will get to saving the world by going to the Library of Order in just a moment, but if the apocalypse has started, and thus, end of the world, or possibly end of the game is happening very, very soon indeed, probably best we don't leave any business undone in town. Oh yes, and rather crucially, while I'm just, passing by a safe box in old Hiras's house, last episode I was given the Golden Saint armor, which I didn't really think about, the significance at the time, but, okay, it's, one, not desperately good in terms of armor, because my armor's already capped out, but two, it weighs a cooking 126. I mean, it looks nice, but I have no idea how this can possibly weigh 126. It's barely cooking there, I'm hardly defended at all. Also, hilariously, if I put both bits on, my armor actually goes down by 1 point. Beautiful. Right, so you stupid losers are going in the mysterious box of sadness. Here we go. Our Jazda in the, yes, Crucible shop. She was worried about the oncoming storm, the moment this island sinks into the sea, something I'm very concerned about too, because me and her, we're the only two sane people on this island, so, okay, I've already got the disintegration amulet. She also wanted the ring of desiccation and the calming pants, and if she wants them, that means we're going to be needing them, and the calming pants in particular, I understand the need for. If the island's going to get all flooded, you're going to need some nice waterproof pants, which is what I assume these are. Lovely. And the ring of desiccation, I know precisely where that's located, so just, hang on, not the mystery store, it is right here. When I asked this lovely woman for a tour, she actually showed me the ring. It was right up here somewhere. There we go, just shut the door behind me. Beautiful. Problem is, yeah, she did not mention the calming pants. And yes, the disintegration ring, that was in some ruins I found right at the start, I think. Yeah, Milcar, I'm pretty sure. So, something from Milcar, something from the town just around the corner. I do not know where the calming pants are, but maybe if I bring her 2 out of the 3 items, she'll give me a clue for the other one. Okay, step 1, here's the amulet.
The Amulet of Disintegration. Thank you. It's one of the keys to my safety in the coming times.
Alright, you're very, very welcome indeed, though, yes, it does just kind of destroy your own clothing, so please explain how.
Because when they come for me, I'm not going to let them have my stuff. No way.
Okay, pure petty scorched earth policy, I love it. And also, I've got the ring.
The Ring of Desiccation. Perfect! It does everything I need it to. A wondrous piece of craftsmanship.
I'm going to be honest, I forgot to actually, yes, check what it did. Okay, I just reloaded the autosave so I could check this and, bloody hell. This ring would be perfect in the event that the island's about to sink into the sea, because not only can you keep walking on the water, but if you need to, you can then go swimming down to the sunken island to get additional supplies, so, okay, me and this cat, we're the only ones who know what's about to happen. Also, I do enjoy that, yes, her store seems to mainly consist of 30 distinct crystal balls. That's marvellous, though, yes, unfortunately, no clues whatsoever as to the location of the calming pants. Although the quest marker might know something, it's indicating I ought to be moseying off in this direction towards Bliss, so, okay, buddy, what do you know about calming pants? I have no idea how I know this, but apparently Fimian knows something about calming pants. Possibly he's wearing the calming pants and my character recognises them. I am not sure.
Fimian hungry. Wants sweet roll. Fimian like pants. Love sweet roll.
Okay, so he will do me a trade, sweet roll for pants. Gotcha. Also, I do enjoy, by the way, how, yes, even when characters have strange speech affectations, if you just go into, you know, the persuasion minigame...
That's just stupid.
They immediately drop the affectation, it's lovely. Okay, presumably, yes, some of the bars around here might potentially sell food, and then I can get a sweet roll. Okay, nothing yet, and I've just been travelling house to house looting people's, yes, dining rooms and kitchens, trying to find a sweet roll, but, I have stumbled across something I don't recognise. Tove the Unrestful, and I swear I have not run into this guy before.
Do you have any yet?
Okay, I was about to say, hang on, maybe I have spoken to this guy, but by the sounds of it, my character hasn't, but... Right, this guy said 5 words to me and I'm already bloody confused.
Sorry, I keep forgetting that most people don't remember when we'll meet in the future. Wait, this is yesterday's future. I'm the one that's confused. Anyway, you're going to help me find calipers and tongs. No point in denying it. You've already agreed tomorrow.
Okay, so there are 2 options here. Either this guy is, like, you know, travelling the wrong way through time due to a magical curse, or alternatively, he's bananas. Possibly the latter, but... Alright buddy, I'll bring you some calipers and tongs. Generally, random bananas people give pretty good rewards, actually.
I'm using them to build my skyboat. Just between you and me, the hardest part has been getting the water not to fall out of the air. That's what the calipers and tongs are for. I need them to keep the water airborne.
Okay, so you're going to, like, latch liquid to the bottom of the boat so the boat can float in the water and the water will stay floating because it's tied to the boat and... Right. So the thing about this guy is he's thinking about everything backwards. Time and also, like, physics and... Okay, I'm just going to get you some tongs and we'll see what happens, buddy. Okay, well, hilariously, there are actually calipers downstairs in his own bloody house. And tongs too. Problem solved.
I see you found some. Frankly, I could use all of them. Are you willing to sell them? 5 gold each, just like I told you, next week.
Okay, tiny bit of gold for each, no problem there whatsoever, buddy.
Excellent, here's your money. I should have paid you last week. I'm dreadfully sorry about the delay.
Okay, so just, yeah, hand those over. 10 gold, but... I'm guessing, in fact, you need more. I mean, normally I'd say yes, that this is just a repeatable quest to turn a common junk item in for money, but... that doesn't make sense because it's shown up here, in the journal, meaning there must be an endpoint. Though, to be honest, that's fine because, yeah, tongs and calipers seem to just show up in random containers, like, everywhere, so... I've got an idea. I'm coming straight back to Cyrodiil, because, yes indeed, sweet rolls seem to be a little bit more common in this bit of the world. They show up in various characters' houses, shop inventory, all the rest of it, and on top of that, what I need is a giant pile of crates that nobody is watching, and there is no place better for that nonsense than the Imperial City. And I don't just mean the giant piles of boxes sitting outside that no one even seems to mind me taking stuff from. Oh no, I mean the fact that basically every single shop in this entire marketplace, please don't look at me while I'm robbing you. As I was saying, every single building in this entire marketplace has got a basement, where if you just get into it, nobody follows you in, meaning you can just help yourself to all the tongs and calipers you want. Okay, the great tong and caliper hunt continues, but, is a sweet cake the same as a sweet roll? Because I'm not actually sure about that. Okay, so it's morning, and the most mysterious and baffling crime spree that has ever hit the Imperial capital has come to an end. As every single merchant in the entirety of the Imperial City wakes up to realise that their doors are open, their basements are open, every chest that they kept in their basement has been cracked open too, but nothing has gone missing aside from, mysteriously, 15 calipers and 14 tongs. 5 tongs also just sitting out in the open, which I could help myself to without it being a crime. So that is just one district in the Imperial City. If I just go around house to house, going through every single basement, we are going to be swimming in these things. I knew there was difference. Upstairs in one of the houses in Talos Plaza, sweet rolls. Good, I knew that was distinct from sweet cakes. Okay, sometime later, and a problem, yes, has emerged, in a way, which is, we are swimming in tongs, because the 3 boxes outside, those have just been tossing tongs at me, so we're up to 58 tongs, lovely. Calipers, however, those guys, yeah, we found plenty in boxes, but way less out in the 3 boxes, on the street. For some reason, they're just barely spawning any calipers, so... Okay, we're a fair bit short, but put that together, that has got to be enough, right? Okay, I'm back in the Shivering Isles and, can't help but notice. There appear to be a lot more calipers and tongs just sitting out here that I've been seeing back in Cyrodiil. So, John, that would have been the logical place to start, wouldn't it? Like, you know, when the DLC says collect a large number of items, there were probably going to be a large number of said items just sitting around in that city, weren't there? You should have tried that before you spent 2 hours running around the Imperial City, collecting every single randomly generated caliper you could find. Okay, there were a lot of extra calipers in there, and that gets me up to, yes, just under my weight capacity, even wearing Lydia. So, right, whatever happens next, we need to go turn all these in. Though yes, what worries me is the game at no point has said, well, that's definitely enough, better go hand those over. Okay, that was at 540 gold for 47 calipers and 59 tongs, and also 2 other different type of tongs for some reason.
Calipers? Tongs? What would I need those for? Oh, you must be thinking about the skyboat. Yesterday's news. I'm working on a collapsible fork now. I just have to tear apart the boat to get to the hinges.
Okay, so it would appear that because he asked me to do that in order to help him in the future, though he thought he'd already asked me in the past, now that I've given them to him, he thinks he's already built the boat, so I literally just do all of that for nothing. That took over 2 hours! Yep, that's marked as completed. Toph seems to have run out of uses for calipers and tongs. However, I earned a tidy sum off him in the meantime. I did not. I earned like 600 gold. I could have made that with my sandwich business in 45 cocking seconds. Okay, meanwhile back in the church, Fimian, I have got you a sweet roll.
Sweet roll good. Fimian give pence. Got pie? Apples? Fimian hungry.
Okay. Does he desperately want... No, I do get the calming pants. I was about to say, do I now need to go and get him an apple and a pie? But no, I've got the calming pants. Okay, these apparently fortify personality by 8 points, which is... wow, that's actually quite a flimsy enchantment of what would already be a terrible enchantment, even if it was like 20 points of personality.
The pants. The calming pants. Finally, these pants are key to my survival.
Oh, go ahead, explain why.
Do you know the #1 reason people die in a catastrophe? Do you? They panic. Well, not me. No way. I'll be calm and collected with these pants on, ready for action.
I mean, she's not actually wrong. That's actually a decent argument, so me and you are, Jasta. We're the only sane people here.
You've done so well. You deserve a reward. Let me teach you a special spell. It will affect all those around you. You might find it handy to cause confusion in your enemies. You know, when the time comes.
Okay, when we sink into the sea, I get you, Arjasta, I understand. Oh my goodness, that's actually a greater power, so no cost, but frenzy up to level 25 in 50 feet for 10 seconds, so okay, against a large number of weak enemies, just walk in, tap one of them on the shoulder, they will go for each other. That could actually be useful, you know. I say that, it might be useful, like, you know, once, at some point during my adventure, and when it is, I'll almost certainly forget it exists. So, okay, valuable lesson learned, basically, don't bother helping people, it's not worth it, alright? There's just no guarantee they're actually going to do anything bloody useful in return. So in which case, probably best I go and save the world. Here we go, starting off from a split right over there. We should be able to head pretty much due east. We're looking for something nice and high up, so avoid the knights down there. Don't care, just head along this ridge. We should get where we're going pretty bloody quick, actually. Here we go, a little bit lower down than I thought, but yes, still at the top of a waterfall, right here in this tree. Knife Point Hollow, lovely. Okay, seen this before. Tunnel breaks into, yes, ruin. See a handful of flesh Atronax, but probably can just sneak straight past them. No trouble whatsoever. Gonna be honest, the library isn't very, you know, library-y, but at the bare minimum, looks like we've got a librarian.
I have been waiting for you, Your Grace. This day, as all days before and after, is well known to me. There are no surprises to Dias of Mytheria. Sheogorath has fallen, and you seek the means to foil the machinations of the Prince of Order. You seek the throne of madness. However, no mortal may sit upon the throne without the staff, so here you are in my prison, seeking to supplant the one who placed me here. If you wish to take the place of Sheogorath, then ask me what you will.
Okay, so Sheogorath put you here, by the sounds of it, yes, against your will. And you sound, well, 1, with it, and 2, aware of the past and the future. And I could see how, yes, someone who's very familiar with all of history and all of fate to come, that would be very boring from Sheogorath's perspective. He likes chaos and nonsense and madness. Someone who knows precisely what's about to happen, catastrophically boring, and very much antithetical to the very concept of madness. So, okay, I'm guessing that's why you're trapped in here, buddy.
You were expecting a book. An ancient tome filled with the secrets that you seek. But instead you have found me, the last remnant. Individuality is an illusion. The details of my existence are no more important than the history of a stone. However, if you insist, I once served as the keeper of the great library of Jiggalag.
Okay, so in which case, where's the library and how are you still here?
The great library was the height of logic and deduction. Contained within its walls were the logical prediction of every action ever taken by any creature, mortal or daedric. Every birth, every death, the rise of Tiber Septim, the Numidium, everything, all predicted with the formula found within Jiggalag's library. When Sheogorath discovered the library, he had it burned, insisting that it was an abomination and that personal choice defied logical prediction. I am all that remains of the knowledge contained within the great library of Jiggalag.
Okay, so sounds like I was about right in terms of the ideological conflict between free will and determinism. So, okay, that's fine, but why would he keep you alive instead of, killing you to wrap up any loose ends?
Following each cycle of the Grey March, Sheogorath has cast out or killed every aspect of order found in the Shivering Isles. I alone have survived. Sheogorath cannot bring himself to destroy the knowledge that I possess. Instead, he's confined me to this place and forbidden me to die. I have not seen another creature until fate, predictably, sent you to me.
Okay, so either, yes, the promise of knowing everything to come was so tempting even Sheogorath was intrigued by it. Or, because Sheogorath has got Jiggalag inside him, yeah, Jiggalag's got just enough influence to prevent Sheogorath from killing this guy.
I can create the physical shell of the staff, but the divine essence must be gathered elsewhere. But apotheosis is no simple matter, and the creation of the staff is no simple task. I will require 2 sacred items in order to complete it.
Okay, 2 items doesn't sound too complicated. Tell me about number 1, buddy.
The Shivering Isles hold many secrets, but few remain unseen by mortal eyes. The staff is a tool of great vision, and thus requires the eye of one who has witnessed one of these unseen secrets firsthand. Sirta resides in the Howling Halls, and find her and bring me the eye that has seen that which no other has.
Okay, now I'm just curious what the secret is, so if we can, ask that person before we, kill them to take their eye out.
The trees and branches of this realm feed from a deep font of madness and mystery. One of the oldest trees, named the Tree of Shades, lies in the halls of Milkar. Milkar is a place of ruin, root, and mania. Go there and bring me a branch of this tree, but be warned, the tree will not surrender its secrets to one who has not earned them.
Okay, so go and get a special branch to be the staff, get an eye to stick on top of it, because that's the magical secrety bit, and apparently that's all we need. A stick with an eye on the end. Lovely. Oh, but here's interesting. Ask him about the Tree of Shades.
The roots of the Tree of Shades run into the heart of the Shivering Isles. It is said that the tree feeds from waters of the Grove of Reflection. The Grove can show men who they truly are. Only after facing the truth will the Tree of Shades give up its branches to you.
Okay, now that sounds intriguing. So much so, in fact, that's where we're starting, not least as I've already explored Milkar, so I'm pretty sure I know precisely where we need to go. Yes, indeed, the Nexus, which was the big rooty bit where there was a mysterious door I couldn't open. So okay, back in here, I remember all of this, and it was right in front of me. Just to avoid the gnolls, if we can. They shouldn't detect me. So I must locate the Tree of Shades and find a way to reveal my true self before I'm allowed to take one of the branches. Okay. Keep on keeping on. Looks like, yes, down is going to be the right direction. Just hop down, though. I mean, to be honest, I'm fairly confident I could just jump straight back up again. So, okay, dropping down a hole, for me, not the biggest problem in the world, really. Okay, right at the end, we've got ourselves a button. Unseen force holds it fast. Right, that's probably where we need to go after discovering my true self. Ah, now this looks more like it, so... right. Mysterious pillar. Pool of water. Kelp, because this island's about to sink. And, oh! Okay. Stay away from you. And... okay, it's a thing, and... okay, there's a person here, hello, and you are also... hang about, you're me! That's my hood! Okay, well, two can play at that game. If you're going to clone me to make an evil me, I'm going to clone the clone to make a good me. So, okay, just back away for a second. John, she's as fast as you are, and... why precisely? There we go! You can indeed create a clone of the clone. Brilliant! I've created a good version of me. Meanwhile, we also want to... no! Drop you down. And in addition, put you down there and... what's my me done to me? Oh, she may be me, but she's not using my weapon. She's using, well, either a spell or a sword called Shadow Rend, making me weak to magic. Lovely. Okay, crack out the big toys. It's time for, yes, Goldbrand and also weakness to fire. Oh, yeah, now you're in trouble. Now you're in trouble, me. Just keep on... uh-oh. Avoid, watch out for problems. John, you're taking damage very fast because you're being hit by your own late-game Bethesda character. Get health restored. If we have anything I can use to do just a tiny bit of healing in the meantime, that'll do. Then shield up, shield up, shield up. Everyone else just hit them in the back. And power attack. I'm pretty sure the evil version of my evil version has just defeated my original evil version. And thus I now know my true self. By which I mean, I'm a very confusing individual who makes clones of myself fight each other for uncertain reasons. That's evil me right there. Didn't bother using, you know, my Staff of Paralysis. Bad idea. And... hang on. Excuse me. I need you to step off the sword. I'm pretty sure that's... there we go. Shadow Rend. Lovely. Okay. Shadow Rend. Two-handed. So, oh dear. That's no good at all. I need... wait a minute. I literally just saw me using this with a shield. She definitely had a shield. So, okay. Apparently, my evil version was strong enough to use with a shield. I am not. So, damage health for 30 points, but that's also a magical enchantment, so weakness to magic. Honestly, 15% is not that impressive, actually. And until we can dump this old girl... right, Lydia, welcome back to my hand. So, presumably... yes, when it said the tree is beckoning me, that's going to be... something over here. Yep, Tree of Shades, lovely. I've got... the Screaming Branch, very nice. Now we've done that, weapon away, I assume. Yes, this is now going to be pressable. And that's going to be my escape. Lovely. Right, target the next, right at the end of, yes, this area up here, which I've not really been into, though. Ooh, that is true. There might be something hidden in these mountains, on that island, etc., etc., because that looks suspiciously like an area I have not been to. Okay, so I just came out to the island. I was certain we'd be holding some kind of secret, and, no. It turns out it's just a completely empty, unremarkable island with one gnoll living on it, and that's it. Though it does have a nice view of that there waterfall. That's true. Okay, back to Deep Wallow, because that is very nearby to my destination. Just hop up here. Just got to find our way up to, yeah, some sort of ancient ruin. And that should be where we're supposed to be going. Here we go, located the Howling Halls. Feel like okay, definitely did not come the intended way, as it turns out, because there's just a chair here. Handful of gold, dwarven arrows. Right, feels like there's supposed to be someone, you know, watching over this place, guarding who comes in or out, but... okay. Notably absent. Okay, mosey on down, slip on, scouting about. Let's make sure we know what's what and where likely traps are going to be. So just... okay, downside of scouting about is I now can't see whether you're like, you know, good or not. So... okay. Zealot, potentially. Just... maybe sneak up to them. See if we can maybe... no, not Zealot. Apostle. So, okay, we've got, well, keys, which is nice, and... okay, you apparently were aware of that. Sorry about that. I'm so sorry. We've accidentally started a fight, which I hopefully was supposed to do, yes. Right, well, you're very flimsy. Duskfang has eliminated a couple of... hang on, hang on. There we go. Apostle robes. Now. Now. Zealots, you can put on their robes and not get noticed. So, that would suggest... absolutely flawless disguise. There is no way they're seeing through this. Also, I didn't need to kill that person because there was another robe right there. So, okay, right, sorry. Just one extra murder we didn't strictly need to do. And now, how do you do, fellow apostles?
It is hard to be certain who is who.
Indeed it is. Remember, those who wear the robes shall not be harmed without cause, by Sirta's decree. Her song guides us.
Okay, so all of a sudden I'm nice and safe and no one's murdering me unless I do a crime.
Greetings, friend. Have you come seeking the light?
Absolutely I have, and I would love to hear more about Sirta.
Sirta is the light bringer. She has seen things that we can only imagine. If you are to join us, you must speak with her.
Okay, so find her, try and figure out what secret it is she's seen, because that's interesting, and then maybe, just maybe, stab her in the back, pop out one eye, make a run for it before they realise.
Hundreds of years ago, this very building once served as a temple in Cyrodiil that sought to cure the mad. It was in this temple that Emperor Pelagius was taken during his madness. After his death, in these very halls, the temple was destroyed. We stole the stones from Cyrodiil and reassembled the temple here in the Shivering Isles.
Okay, that must have taken you a while. It's a bloody big temple. Although I will say yes, this whole Pelagius thing is certainly a bit on the interesting side, because literally the first room in this DLC, when Haskell was introducing us to, you know, the whole Island of Madness situation, there was a book on the table about Pelagius the Mad. So, okay, potentially of note there. Also, can I help myself to, you know, maybe a flawless pearl or two, because I do still need those for what's-his-face back in town. Gosh darn it, it's nothing but diamonds. Bloody useless. And just in case I missed it, there it is again. The madness of Pelagius. So, right. Why do I get the feeling, as I originally suspected, that's going to be important for some reason?
You do not belong here. You are a stranger. No, you do not understand. Put away your weapons. I mean you no violence. Perhaps you can help me.
Okay, we've got... oh, blimey, that's a good smile, by the way. Yes, we've got someone else who doesn't necessarily belong here. So, go on, Rakaran. Let's hear what you've got to say, because by any chance, do you also want What's-a-Face dead? Because as long as I can take one eye off the corpse when we're done, that is A-okay.
Good, good. Your face is known to me. One so famous as you cannot expect to walk around the Isles unrecognized, can you? You are the Duchess, yes? And Sheogorath has sent you to find Sirta, has he not? He finally seeks to kill her.
Okay, when you say, finally, that suggests a longer history here than I was expecting, and, do not tell him Sheogorath is gone. That might, potentially go a bit on the wrong side. So, I mean, yes, he has, like, indirectly. This is only kind of a lie.
Clever you are, but I can sense a liar. No matter. I do not care to know why you are here. I only care that you wish Sirta harm. I too want to see her dead. And others here have had enough of her, yes. We wish the light, and keep it from us, she does. If you will help me, you can have what you want. And we can have what we want. Everyone is happy, except Sirta.
And possibly the other members of the cult, who might, immediately kill you or something, but honestly not my problem, so, okay. Why do you want her dead precisely? What is this light?
Too long Sirta has led us here. Always against Sheogorath. Always. We are tired of her vendetta. Sirta brought us here with promises to show us the light. But always is about Sheogorath. Is about revenge. Sirta lied. But when she is done, I will lead the acolytes to the light.
Okay, that rather implies, yes, she at some point saw something, the secret that made her turn on Sheogorath.
I require weapons. For myself and for the apostles that will help me do the deed. But Sirta already is suspicious of me. She has forbidden me and those who support me from carrying weapons. And suspicious would it look if we were to wander around gathering them.
Okay, so get you some weapons, come back, me and you take her out together.
Very clever, Your Grace. Bring to me 3 apostle daggers. Sirta must be slain with the weapons of the light if I am to take her place. No other weapons. But you must be discreet. Do not remove the robes, or you will be attacked. Even I will have to kill you, so I do not draw more suspicion to myself. And be cautious of killing my allies. I cannot forgive that crime. You will know them, as they are also forbidden to carry daggers.
So okay, keep the robe on, don't draw suspicion to myself, try and find some bloody daggers. And here we go, just round the corner next to a bed. Apostle dagger number 1. So okay, these are not marked on the map, we just need to be paying attention for daggers. In which case, as I'm supposed to be here, crack out a torch for the first time in... Okay, maybe, don't always crack out a torch. I feel like in some ways, some of these areas might still be a bit on the dangerous side, actually. And yes, officially cracking open all of this is not even a crime, so we can start just, cracking everything open, helping myself to gold and whatnot. There may or may not be weapons in the various chests, but bare minimum, that's going to get us some good, money. In fact, hilariously in this room, I think I've just made, about as much money as I made off Tove and his stupid fetch quest. Okay, so that over there was the bedroom loop. We've got over here, and I'm so sorry I just messed up your alchemy, but I did just see strong poison of catastrophe. I don't know what that is, but I'm taking it. Drain luck 15 points. That is underwhelming for that dramatic a name. Now, unfortunately, yes, I can't find a single other dagger, but obviously it doesn't necessarily hold that they're all going to be just, sitting out in the open. Potentially, I might need to steal daggers off those who do have them. So I know this guy isn't aligned with the guy at the front, because he's got a dagger. But unfortunately, I cannot pickpocket it. It doesn't show up, so okay. That's not the solution. Yep, just went round a second time, can't see anything. So in which case, move on to the next area, the antechamber, and possibly this is where, yeah, this is where Kirta is. So, is speaking to her before I hand over, you know, the daggers gonna be a problem? Because of course, yeah, the daggers could be right here. So, got a key. Okay, that'll be the lady over there. Appears to be, yes, painting in blood. Lovely. But before that, hang about. Dagger number 2. Just one more to go. So don't worry about that. And also, hello, buddy. Who are you precisely?
Greetings, sister. How does the light find you this day?
Oh, extraordinarily shiny. Thank you for asking. No, nothing new from him. He's possibly just a bodyguard, so... Okay, we are still missing one dagger. Right, your holy glowiness. Can me and you have a nice chat?
You wear our robes, but I hear the darkness that you bring in your very breath. You do not know harmony. You do not see my light. You come to me glowing with violence and death. Your light has no place here. We seek harmony for ourselves and the Shivering Isles.
Okay, she is not 100% wrong, but I want to know what it is that you saw that made you turn on Sheogorath, okay?
I sense why you have come. I can hear it in your very breath. You came as a herald of the false god Sheogorath. I know his secret. I have seen his empty throne. Seen it with my own eyes while new Sheoth burned in the grey fires of order. Sheogorath refuses to protect us. Mad god? Bah! The Grey March brings darkness. We seek light for all.
That's what she knows. She knows about the loop, though she may not understand precisely what it means as I do.
I did. When the knights came, I fled to the city. As they marched and burned everything to ash, I found a way into the palace. I sought Sheogorath. This is his realm, and I knew that he would protect us. And what did I find? The throne of madness? Empty! Sheogorath had fled, left us all to die. I hid as the doors to the throne room burst open. I don't remember what happened afterwards. I woke up in the marshes and fled underground. I gathered those who could see the light, and I led a revolt against him. We were slaughtered by his dark seducers. I alone was spared. And in sparing me, Sheogorath made his final mistake. In this place, I will gather a new army and dethrone our coward god once and for all.
Okay, so, one, that would suggest you're 1,000 years old, but let's just, park that for now. And two, you've literally missed your chance. You had an entire millennium to rise up against Sheogorath, and you've missed him a second time.
He is? Then the Grey March has begun again. If that is so, then why are you here?
Okay, so, funny story, I need your eye to become Sheogorath.
My eye? You seek to remove the light from me? Why?
Honestly, I'm not entirely 100% sure, but apparently it's going to, like, you know, make a stick with an eyeball on the end, and that's going to be good for reasons.
And my eye is required to create an artifact, isn't it? Very well, then. I have survived greater threats than you. Come, then, and I will show you that in the end my light shall shine the brightest.
Oh, I suspect things are about to go wrong, and that's a bit of a shame, because otherwise, yes, had I got the third knife, we could have, you know, had some backup. But it's only 2 versus 1. And when I say 2 versus 1, once we factor in summons and evil clones and whatnot, more like 4 versus 2, really. Right, step 1, just pop on some armor. Trousers would be useful too. Marvellous. And you, my dear, are about to be cloned, and I missed you. There we go, didn't miss you that time. And how about you, if you be so... Oh, you're also summoning. Okay, there's about to be a lot of, yes, fakes in this room, but it's all going to be fine in the end. Just to summon 10 million things, and I don't know who's on whose side at this exact moment in time, but you seem to have a very small amount of health, so I'm not too worried about you. As soon as you go down, your summon will disappear. Marvellous. And as for her, Staff of... Oh, blimey. Okay, that's a lot of effects, but all of them are a bit on the weak side. So how about instead we just pop out her eyeball, and life is good. And if we're very lucky, yes, the people outside this room won't know what I've done. Maybe just like, you know, sneak around just to be safe. Hop on down, don't see me. Over in this direction, lovely. Just, you know, say hi to my cat friend on the way out. Sorry about not helping you, but she is dead, so, you know, mission complete.
Sirta has fallen into darkness. Rakiran will lead the apostles to the light.
Okay, he seems happy enough, though he was definitely snarling there for a second, but as I say, everyone's got what they want, so let's just, you know, get out of here before there's more trouble. So, I've got everything that Dias needs, though, to be honest, yes, I'm not 100% sure why he would make the staff, given he's the Librarian of Order, who is imprisoned by Sheogorath, and now I'm asking him to basically, yes, help fight for Sheogorath.
You have the items, contrary to all prediction. Once again, you defy the path set before you. However, what comes next is now unclear. If you wish to confront what is to come, I shall create the staff for you.
Okay, so by the sounds of it, yes, his algorithm of knowing the future is far from perfect.
After I shape them into the staff, you must take it to the seat of power in the Shivering Isles, the palace of Sheogorath. There, imbue the staff with power from the font of madness. Soak the staff in the waters of the land, and it will open its full power to you. You have defied the expected and accomplished something that denies all logic. I must contemplate the error in my calculations. Now, take your treasure and leave me.
And there she is, the eye removed, and it is literally the eyeball on the end of a stick. Lovely. So, right now it's a weapon, and I can set it, but it doesn't actually, you know, do anything, though. Apparently I could poke people with it. Marvellous. Okay, well, there is a flesh atronach right here, so just out of interest, how much damage does this thing do? Just get behind him and... literally none. Marvellous.
Ah, you're back. You may have noticed that we have a bit of a problem.
Okay. I'm going to be honest, I hadn't, but then, yes, my lack of perception is somewhat infamous.
You're having a bit of fun with me. Very good. My lord, of course, noticed the font when you arrived in the palace? The font of madness? In the middle of the throne room? The font which is unaccountably covered with crystals.
Okay, I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure what font you're referring to. Can't remember where it was originally, or what it looks like, and I certainly didn't see it when I came in a second ago. So I'm really sorry about all of this.
Order. The taint appeared only a short time ago, but it has spread quickly. I fear that soon we will all be serving a new master.
Okay, so Jiggalag's on his way, is he?
Somehow, the forces of order have poisoned the pools of mania and dementia that feed the font. I suspect the traitor Thaden. Jiggalag has never had an original thought in his existence. Be that as it may, you will have to enter the fountainhead beneath the tree and find the source of the poison.
Okay, so we've got the staff, but till we fix the font, I can't empower it, so apparently we're going into the Font of Madness.
Sheogorath's private sanctuary, where he would often meditate amidst the tame gnarls that tend the roots. Normally, the fountainhead is a peaceful sanctuary, but there's no telling what changes the taint of order may have wrought. Now I fear that the gnarls themselves may be accelerating the spread of order throughout the tree's roots. Be careful.
Okay, tame gnarls that may have gone a bit bananas. Oh, right, all of these crystals. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't see those, no. Oh, and there's a door back here too. I had no idea there was a door back here. I'm so sorry about all of this, Haskell. And yes, indeed, we've got right here a lovely tame Gnarl, who's just going to, okay, disintegrate barriers for me. And Gnarl removing order crystals that were poisoning the door. So, if I want to make progress, I need to work with the Gnarls. Lovely. Still, I would say with the staff in hand, that is more than enough for now. But, coming up next time, well, I suspect we might be approaching the end. Very, very quickly indeed, in fact. Because, you see, the podiums around the outside of the room, they appear to be full. So we've got, yep, the book from the Order Library, presumably. So all of the lovely podiums on this side are filled up. We've got the Chime of the Wellspring right here. There is, in fact, by the looks of it, a single podium remaining. So join me next time for what may well be the end of our adventure, the end of the Shivering Isles, and indeed, the end of this entire series. I feel like it is all coming to a grand conclusion, so hopefully you join me next time for that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Oblivion. Thank you very much, and goodbye. We have got a gate key here, and then we have got... I've made a mistake! I've made a mistake! I've made a mistake! I've made a mistake! This is going to take all of my skill and cunning as a hunter to sort out... Die, you mooing bastards! Die! Die! Go away. Go away, nobody likes you. That was a good idea till it wasn't.